Oh, all right, brethren. Yes, I'm here and I'm glad. Here and I am glad. Thank you, Creator. Another opportunity to try to be a light while I'm in this reality, which means to redeem the time as I see the best way I see fit. And to me, that means to chase after you, your word. I know you exist. I know you're somewhere out there. Other brethren, they feel the same way too. Creator, thank you for this opportunity to be a light while I'm in this reality, to try to do something, to say something to my brethren, to encourage them. It's easy. It's easy. Your word is easy. It is easy. It's easy to understand. You don't have to be PhD, college educated. Even a little child can read this word and see that all you ask your children to do is serve one another. Just serve them the way it was always meant to be, so we can live in communities, we can live in We could live in neighborhoods. We could live in cities. All we had to do, all you asked us to do was just simply be about trying to serve one another in sincerity and truth and righteousness. But the flesh, the greed, the desire of man is too strong. He always, at some point, when there are resources involved, he always tries to hoard it, and he has to dominate his brother, and he just gets to a point where he gets selfish, don't want to share. He just will not stop fighting himself and his brother and you even. He just won't stop. And so it seems that you've allowed us to go our own way. You've allowed us to have free will. Do okay if you think you know how to do it better, if you think you know how to rule yourself better, then go ahead, and you've led us, and look where it's gotten us. Look where it's gotten us. We haven't gotten nowhere. For all of our supposed evolution, Heavenly Father, we haven't gotten nowhere. We haven't gotten nowhere. If anything, we're going backwards. We're going backwards. It seems like all these global extinction events that the social media, they just love to talk about the looming disaster and how this is it. And they just love it. They love to try to scare their brethren and put fear in their brethren. Creator, they love it. They love it. I'm sorry to say it. They love it. They love that. We just must say something to scare brethren, to make them fear. We don't know how to do it any other way, Creator. We all we know how to do is just decline in spirit. That's all we know how to do. And so I give thanks, Creator, that there are some people who actually have been able to find you. That's an amazing thing when I think about it. Some people have actually been able to find you. Not everybody is able to find you. When you think about it, that's an amazing thing. That's an amazing thing. It blows my mind. Creator, everybody cannot find you. It's just like my brother posted in the room. You have to have certain qualifications in order to find the Creator. You got to meet certain qualifications before the Creator is found of your children. They have to have certain qualifications. And so I just give thanks, Creator, that you constructed me and you created me with the ability to have a mind to try to find you from a young age. I'm sure it's the same way with my brethren. Creator, I thank you. I thank you for that. As I grow older, with each day that goes by, I just give more and more thanks because you have actually given me and my brethren the ability. We have actually found you. We have actually found you in this big world of confusion. And there's 1,000,000,000 different voices in the world. And each one of them is saying, go my way. They saying, go my way. Or I know what I'm talking about. Or I got a secret. Or I saw a vision. And there's millions of people that are talking and saying these things about how they know you. And they don't know you at all. All they know is mysterious things. And they draw the whole world after them. So, Creator, I really thank you. The way the simplicity of your word is, the way you search people's hearts, and then you go about picking brethren quietly. You go about picking brethren surreptitiously. You go about picking brethren incognito, and you let them find you. And I just shake my head. I think it's incredible. I think it's the most incredible thing that you let yourself be found by certain brethren in the world. you let them find you. And most people can't find you. So, Creator, thank you for this opportunity to try to be a light while I'm in this reality. You said that you are seeking a man to that you can use, that you can give light through, and I'm volunteering. I'm volunteering, asking you to fulfill the to use me to be a conduit to share with my brethren the good work, these things to help them see into the future and to be confident of what will become of us and the glory to come to us and the blessing to come to us. I certainly want to share that. I love to share that. I love to share that, Creator. And so I'm just asking you to help me in your name. All right, brethren. Elijah, Elizabeth, Mahalia, good to see y'all. And anybody else joining me on my video, it's good to see y'all. Telling you, man, this is the highlight of my life. This is the highlight of my week, man. Just the highlight of my week, man, to be able to meet with you, brethren, and we could just speak our own language. It's us against the world. Not like we want it that way, but what can we do? We can't force nobody, you know? Now, that Aquarius sister who I was talking to, I hope that you are joining me on my channel. You're probably not. But if you look at my video, I came on your video. I left some comments. You responded. Every now and then you read from the Oahspe. Now, if you see my video, I want to let you know that we, the Creator, he don't engage in any type of fear. He don't engage in trying to, just like a parent wouldn't try to scare their children. The Creator, he the same way. But see, I've also had parents that whoop me. See, I remember the belt. See, and I know there are other parents that did the same thing. And it's for your own good. Now, I say that to say this, sister, that if you want to deny that the Creator exists, I'm here to tell you that what's the best way for saying there are consequences? And again, I'm not trying to scare you or make one thing the Creator don't allow. The Creator is fear-mongering. Fear-mongering. Creator is not down with that at all. I can't see it in the Oahspe. I can't find it nowhere. I don't see no permission to use it. The Creator, he leave it all up to you. It's up to you. He just lay down the information. And then he says, okay, what road you want to travel on? I offer you a kingdom where there is everlasting glory and blessing and everlasting ascension into greater and greater glory, or I offer you stagnation where you are left to your own thinking, your own mind. I also offer you that you will repent when you get tired of your own mind. And the seriousness is, sister, that it could take you hundreds of years if you leave this reality with the mind that you have. The Creator will let you keep that mind. And he says it could take you hundreds of years before you finally had enough. So, sister, if you listen to this video, you know that I'm not trying to be evil. I'm not trying to make you angry or fear. I'm telling you the truth. Okay. It don't do me no benefit to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. That's all I'm doing. I'm saying what the creator in the Oahspe, which you have, which you sometimes put on your videos, I don't know if you've come across that part yet. I don't think well, you told me you don't subscribe to the Oahspe, but you do talk about it on your videos. And I don't think, you showed some lack of understanding, which lets me know that you're probably new to it. But I encourage you to keep going. And at some point, I trust the creator. If you just keep your mind open and just try to go about sincerity and truth, will reveal himself to you. But if you want to remain in unbelief, the creator, he allows you to do that. But I'm telling you, he will allow you to stay. You will keep that mind. You could when you leave the body is actually a benefit for brethren. It's actually a benefit. The creator seems to say that the benefit you have from the body is that you can, I don't know how to describe it. You can really shave a lot of time off of your ascending spiritually. I mean, you can shave a lot of time off of ascending spiritually. You can shave a lot, probably hundreds or thousands of years. Now, the hundreds of years, I can show that in the Oahspe. I don't know about thousands of years. I think that may be in the Oahspe too, so far as how long it may take before you get out of your mind, in the sense that you break the bondage that you are under, either to the beast kingdom or just to your own self. It could take that long. And the creator seems to say that the body, the benefit of the body is that we may learn in a far shorter period of time that the creator is real, that he exists, and that this is his word, and that he can share with us the truth about what it's all about. So that sister, I don't suspect you'll hear my video. I hope you do. But if you happen to come on and you want to come on and you want to have a conversation, let me put the link in the room. Let me put the link in the room so that when you hear me talking, you can click on this link here. I'm going to put it in the room, and then just come on. Click on the link and we'll talk. And again, my objective is not to change your mind. It ain't really, the creator and, talking about the Oahspe, I don't really see where we're trying to change anybody's mind. It just seemed like he's like saying the information is here. This is what it's all about. Your reality, where you're going, where you've been, where the kingdom of man is going, what type of kingdom you live in, what the creator has to say about the actions of men, what the kingdom of God is, what it's like, the purpose of the earth. These are things that he's able to give you that information if you want to know. So again, sister, I hope that you know who you are. I'm not going to say who you are, but I hope you come on, and then we could talk to one another. But I trust you won't even see this video, but then you might, and then we can, if you want, we can have dialogue. All right. So here's some moms. Anybody who's new to this room, again, my name is Shaikwab and Israel. This is a room for faithists. These are people who the creator has allowed himself to be revealed to. Like I was saying earlier, these are very, very special people. These are a people that I just shake my head at the way the glory in store for these people who call themselves faithists. My brethren are in the description area of the box. Description area for anybody new to this channel, just go to the description box and then copy and paste the names of those brethren into the search bar and go and listen to their videos. You know, their brethren. We all kind of like have different flavors, you know, so far as how we present the Oahspe practical guidebook. We all have like different gifts, different approaches. You know, some brethren are scientific, you know, some are more esoteric, I think is the word. You know, I think esoteric sums up the mind of really, you know, esoteric in the sense that we talk about things that a lot of spiritual things, things that are not manifested in a carnal, in a physical sense. We talk a lot about, you know, things like that on our channels. But the common denominator is that we are able to subscribe to the creator's latest revelation, and I think it's a miracle. The OAHSPE practical guidebook. Also, I like to share from Radiance anthology. I think I have a real good reading today. Real good reading today, man. Called Celestial Cycles. It's going to deal with a little bit of the, you know, the angels talking to us about what we can expect in the next few years. They tell us what's been for the last few years so that we can keep an eye open. We can look at the world so that we can be encouraged. They want us to know how the Ethereans, you know, how the angels, they say that they have to prepare for the Ethereans. The Ethereans, when they start moving amongst us, we're going to know it. That's what it in the reading, when I do the reading, it's going to say that. Right now, the gods and the angels, you know, some of us may be able to perceive what they're doing in this reality, you know, but they said that when the Ethereans, when they start moving, and I perceive it'll be 2025 because Pluto has gone into Aquarius, and it just so happens to be at a time where we're in the Cosmic era. And so the confluence of these events is too much on me. I mean, it's just too much, man. The creator's just saying too much, man. You know, I mean, the sub cycles, the 200, 400, 600 year, which something must happen. We know our next sub cycle is 2048 or 2049. We know, can you imagine as we get closer and closer? And I don't know what will be before then, what the creator has in store. But the reading, I think it's going to bless your soul. I'm going to do my best to try to bless you. And here's a ministry Facebook, my room. My mom's got a food ministry where we try to target orphan, elderly, and disabled. And I'm certainly willing to connect with brethren who are like-minded, who are trying to minister the same way. Man, you're doing it. You're doing a good thing, man. You're doing a good thing. You're doing a good thing. Redeeming the time, trying to figure out a way to link up with other brethren who are trying to redeem the time to store up for themselves. And the creator, he makes it easy, man. You know, I mean, you gotta praise him because his whole template it seems like he's going to gather brethren who are able to love one another, to accept one another, to serve one another, and just going to gather them up and let them live amongst each other under spiritual glory and blessing. I mean, to put in a nutshell, you know, it seems that that's the whole thing right there. And you make the decision, you know, no kings, no leaders ruling over us, a community, a world of people who they can dig it, you know, the idea of us serving one another. They can dig it. And the creator is like, he simply says, you want it? All right, come over here. If not, all right, I'm not going to force you, but you going to, matter of fact, look what I got right here. First of all, let me show my brethren's rooms. This Brother Omian's room on Facebook. If somebody is looking at this video, this Brother Omian's room on Facebook, you can go there and we, just share scripture with one another and, just try to expose the the light of the Creator's word. Here's his other room right here, where same thing pretty much. You can come in, send the request to join, come in, and we share a lot of Oahspe and things from the Oahspe, and just try to encourage one another. And then I also wanted to share, it's about time for the soul confirmations. I wanted to, maybe I'll do that after the soul confirmations. I wanted to right. I picked out something to read, and it had something to do with that sister that I was talking about earlier, the Aquarius sister. See, that's the thing with Aquarius, man. You got this strong, independent spirit that could keep you from the Creator. A strong, that's a very strong, independent spirit is Aquarius. That's what this sister in particular is that I'm talking about. Now, she has a gift. She can water the world. That means she can talk and she can bless your soul esoterically. They have the gift of being able to see the future, which is what drew me to her channel in the first place. But she's got a kink in her faith. She's got a kink in her faith. She can't receive the argument she can't receive the reality of the Creator. And so I was minded to read this verse to her in case she sees the video. She might not, but it's beneficial to read it in any way, where the Creator, he says, he lets you know that, see right here, I wanted to focus on this right here, where the Creator, he talks to people like her. He says, many of these shall return to you. Now, these are talking about angels that come back, from wherever, and they come back to earth and they start talking to mortals and they start saying things. But her mind is under the same vibration, where she just doesn't, like it says here in this verse, no hell, no Satan, no God, no Lord. And then the Creator, he addresses that. He says, now he couches this in the terms of these angels coming back. He says, what they say to people, many of these shall return to you saying, there is no hell, no Satan, no God, no Lord, or anything in this world to make you afraid. For in truth, the hell they look for, they did not find, nor did they find a God, Lord, or Savior, such as they had hoped or expected to find. And for this reason, such angels are jubilant for the time being. Now, these are angels, they're on the earth, they come back, tell people, hey man, ain't nothing to be afraid of, ain't no God, no hell, no Lord, no anything like that to be afraid of. But then the Creator says, nevertheless, a time will come to them also when they shall tire of dwelling on the earth in the places of their mortal kin, and they shall seek resurrection into more exalted places where wisdom and purity dwell. Then indeed they shall begin to comprehend the ways of the kingdoms of the Almighty, and they will cry out in pain. See, that's what I wanted to really share in case that sister came on. I really wanted to share this part about how people are going to repent, man. That's why the benefit of the body is that we can do it now. We can get started on our journey right now. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, man. I'm going to say it again. The Creator seems to say, when you're born in the spirit and you carry that mind with you of unbelief, of atheists, of doubt, that sort of thing, the Creator says eventually you're going to cry out in pain. You're going to get tired of the earth. You're going to get tired of your situation. You're going to realize there's a resurrection. And then he said, you will cry out in pain, pleading for pity, compassion, and help. And after that, when they come to you, they will also proclaim, this is talking about these angels that they don't resurrect and they come back to the earth, it says they also will proclaim, even as your God does now, that the commandments must be fulfilled. They're going to testify. They're going to repent. These angels that didn't resurrect, that didn't make the resurrection, Creator's saying they're going to repent. Because he's just going to leave you alone. From what I could see, you just get left alone, man. You have it your way. If that's the way you want it, have it your way, man. The Creator says you will cry out in pain. You'll plead for pity, man. You people, whoever hear this video, and you're not even on the fence, man. You're on the side of, hey, I'm my own man. I'm spiritual. I just do what I want. I save myself. I don't need nobody. Ain't no Creator, no God, no hell or anything like that. I just hang out with myself, man. I'm good. Take that somewhere else. I'm good. I'm good. The Creator says, oh yeah, all right, man. Have it your way. Have it your way, brother. Time for the soul confirmations. Time for the soul confirmations. And this is just, this soul confirmations that we've been doing, man. You just got to thank the Creator. You got to thank the Creator for giving this understanding, this overstanding. We've been doing the soul confirmations. This is, to me, the most blockbuster thing in the whole world by far. The soul confirmations. I'm going to read a little bit. It says, let me make it a tiny bit bigger. See if I can make it a tiny bit bigger. The education, I'm in the middle of the screen on the left-hand side. It says the education of your faculties and powers. See that? See, again, man, don't get me started here. The bottom line is faithists, which is who we are. We have power. You brethren, if you can hear me, you know what? The Creator said you got power. See, we in the womb right now, man. We don't know these things. He's telling us because he's preparing us. You brethren, you got power. You got power. We got power, man. He's telling us how to get it back. How to get it back, man. See, we're all these things. We are all these things. See, it says I'm up top here on the left-hand side. Read a little bit real quick. It says the education of your faculties and powers, which equip you to deal with practical, material affairs, is important for your life in this world. But the development of your latent soul power, is of equal importance to enable you to cope with the conditions of this world. See, we have to enable our soul powers, so that we can cope with conditions in this world as well as in the spiritual world. In fact, you are hindered in this life by lack of health, by lack of intuitive foresight, and by lack of those qualities of soul which would make you more attractive and successful personality, because your soul is underdeveloped. It's undeveloped. Our soul is undeveloped. Soul development is as important for this life as it is for the next, because the soul remains weak by lack of development, or grows strong by conscious development, here and now. Conscious development, constant confirmation. The present life determines the wisdom and power you will have in the life that continues after the loss of the physical body. You get it? See there? The benefit of the body. Isn't it a shame that nobody, look at our numbers. Look at our numbers, brethren. It's pitiful. It is so pitiful, the numbers of the faithists in the world. Is it not the most pitiful thing you've ever seen in your whole life? Hardly nobody. The total neglect of the cultivation of their spiritual nature by the majority of persons leaves them unequipped for solving even the problems of physical existence successfully. It is impossible to have perfect physical health and the full intense activity of all the faculties of the mind without the cultivation of the vitalizing powers of the soul. Intellectual beliefs and philosophies are dull and lifeless substitutes for the joyous faith which one experiences as one cultivates the soul and becomes aware of the immortal life of the creator therein. Ask anybody, hey, how do you cultivate the soul, man? How do you grow your soul power? How many people do you think would say the soul confirmations? How many people do you think would say that? I'd like to hear I'm sure there are other answers too and they would probably go along with this, and I'd subscribe to that. But that's something you can ask people. Hey, how do I prepare the way of the Lord for the cosmic era, the manifestation of the kingdom of God on earth as it is in heaven? How do I develop my soul? What is soul development? And then people start speculating, but we're told right here, this is one of the ways, the soul confirmation. See that? It's time for the soul confirmation. Now, where we left off, we're here at this part right here on the right-hand side, where it says every practice of my nature. That's where we are. That's the one we're doing today. Soul confirmations. What's the 3 for, Elizabeth? What's 3? Why do you have the 3 there? What is 3 for? What is the 3 for? Oh, how many people? Oh, you mean, are you talking about in this room right here? No, I'm not talking about this room. What do you mean 3? How many people? I think you're referring to the number of people who, I don't know what you're referring to. I think there are brethren all over the world who are doing the same thing. Oh, that would tell you so. I think it's more than that. Don't you think? You don't think so? 3 people? 3? Are you serious? No, I think there's way more than that. Don't you think? You got to know this is going on all over the world. The Spirit has got to be telling other brethren, passing this along. Okay, do this, do this, do this, do. Wait till I get to the reading. It's going to talk about how we have to prepare. We have to prepare our soul. I think it talks a little bit about the importance of preparing ourselves. And I was just saying, if you ask people, hey, how can I prepare my soul? How can I make straight the way of the Lord? I'm speculating that hardly nobody would say the soul confirmation. I think that there are brethren all over the world who know about this. I'm just saying that there's got to be a way to prepare you the way of the Lord. And this just sounds like it to me right here. This is telling us how to get our power back. The Creator is saying that all these things, these are our abilities. Do you, brethren, realize that? Look at all that stuff, man. When you look at this stuff, here we are in the womb. And the Creator is like he's saying, okay, this is how you plug yourself in. See, brethren, we're in the womb right now. We're in the womb. See, he said, go make yourself. See? So here we are. Now I'm digressing. Give me about 40 more seconds, okay? And so I go to the store, right? I go to the soul confirmation store. I pick anything I want. I go to aisle 1. Now I'm over here on the left-hand side. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I say, okay, I want that soul confirmation right there where it says, I am a soul organized of the potencies of the living eternal I am. I want that. Okay, I want that, the one next to it where it says, I call all my soul power and expression and quicken all my organs and reorganize my body into an image of health and perfection. I want that. Add that to my spirit. Okay, let me see. What's the next one? The great spirit is the power that now works through my soul to quicken and purify and heal my being. Okay, I want that as a part of my spirit, my soul. I want that. I'm purchasing that. Okay, what's the next one? My soul is the organized power that polarizes the atoms, holds my body and form according to my mental pattern. Okay, I'm purchasing that. Add that to my cart. Add that to my cart. And then you say, my soul will awaken and outgrow all mortal limitations. Okay, add that to my cart. Add that to my makeup. Make that a part of me when you make me born in spirit. And then you say, my soul will enable me to transcend all my personal limitations and become superior to the fallacies and fears of mortals. Okay, put that in my cart too, so that when I'm born in spirit, all of these things are a part of me. Okay, and then what's the next one? My soul is giving its life to every atom and organ of my body. Okay, make that a part of me too. Okay, what's the next one? I am all alive with the energy and intelligence of my immortal soul. Okay, hey, make that a part of me. Make that a part of me too. Add that. In the Nag Hammadi, whether it's true or not, I just remember reading it. It said that the soul is added to the um, to the seed 40 days after germinate, or what do they call it? When the sperm and the egg, what do you call that? Uh, you know, when they come together, what do you call that? Well, you know what I mean? And the Nag Hammadi says that the spirit is added 40 days later to that, the embryo, when it's what's the word? Germinate or germination, or no, it's some word, I forget, but you probably get conception. Thank you. Elizabeth. Thank you, sister. You bailed me out. All right. Yeah. Nag Hammadi said that the spirit is at 40 days after conception. So it's like, all right, Omian. That means I could take a drink, but I can't join you though. I can't join you though. You know why, right? You know why I can't join you in having a drink, right? Although I'm gonna take a drink. Because it's green tea. It's not cinnamon tea. That's why I can't join you, brother. What do you got here? Same thing is said in the Ifa tradition. I barely know about the Ifa tradition, but the Nag Hammadi said the spirit is joined to the conception 40 days after uh, 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 fertilization or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm liking in it. See, we it's like here we are, right? And it's like we're saying by doing these confirmations. Now, this is me speculating, but I don't see how I'm wrong. It's like we telling the creator, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this part of my soul, 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 I want this part of my soul. See, you know how people are. Have you ever seen where they go into the grocery store and they got 5 minutes to get everything that they want for free? They go in 1,000 different, they just grab anything, running down, just grab anything and throw it in the, oh, you ran out, brother? You want me to send you some cinnamon tea? You want me to send you some, brother? Let me know, okay? I'll send you some. You ever seen, those movies where they grabbing everything, they throw it into the cart, you got 5 minutes. The first thing that everybody do, they head to the meat section, don't they? They go straight to the steak section. Everybody goes straight to the meat section, man. You got 5 minutes to load it, you put your cart, on the way to the meat section, they running, they grabbing anything, throwing it in the cart. See how people, they get, they want it all, man. See, it's like we doing the same thing here. All of these soul confirmations. It's like, now, you may say I'm kooky, but I do believe this, man. It's like I'm telling the creator, hey, okay, I want this to be part of me. 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 I want this to be a part. Let's do the soul. Let's purchase something else. Okay. We're going to do the part where it says every particle on 3. Okay. We're going to purchase that for our soul. All right. We're going to make that part of our cart. Okay, you good on me? Okay. We're gonna purchase this right here, this soul confirmation. Okay. 3 times together on 3, where it says every particle, we're gonna do that one. All right. 3 times together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Every particle of my nature tingles and thrills with the vitality and health of the Creator. Again, 1, 2, 3. Every particle of my nature tingles and thrills with the vitality and health of the Creator. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Every particle of my nature tingles and thrills with the vitality and health of the Creator. All right. See, now we got that as part of our repertoire now. See, we've gotten all of these soul confirmations. See, as part of our repertoire. It's like the angels that say, okay, he said he wants this, he said he wants that. Okay, and they writing it down, and he said he wants this. Okay, I wrote that down. He said he wants that. Okay, December 28th, he said he wanted this. Okay, add that to his makeup, add that to his DNA. Okay, he said that. Okay, add that to his makeup, add that to his DNA. And then he said on Tuesday, the 30th, he said, or Monday the 30th, he said, okay, add that. He said, okay, add that. Okay, add that. See, all right, I know it sounds kooky, but I believe it. I believe that this word right here, Radiance Anthology, it tells you itself. This word was given by Suis. Suis, angels talked to a Suis and gave this word. I think it was many of them. And they wrote and they gave us this word. Angels talking to a Suis or Sargis, or I forget which one, you know. And they telling us, see, they say here, you know, see, if you look for the Creator, man, you know, I believe if you look for him, you know, that you'll get this type of information. You look for him, man, you know. That's why you brethren here, you know, and my brethren in the description box, and all faiths. See, the Creator, see, all of this, that's us. And there's more. See? Look what this brother put down in my room, or I think in Omian's room. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Look what this brother said. Let me see if I can find what that brother said. He blessed my soul. He blessed my soul, man, writing this, putting this in. There it is right there. There it is right there. Let me see. Yep, there it is right there. See, I posted this right here. See what I've been talking to y'all about. Yaffa. Boy, long time no see. I know you're a faithist because I've seen your name in the other room. So good to see you. All right. It's good to see you, man. I hope you did the soul confirmations with us, though. We just got finished doing them. I don't know if you know what they are, but go back in the video. If you know, we've been doing soul confirmations and preparing the way of the Lord. I perceive that that's how we do it. Well, it's good to see you, sis. All right, I'm glad. Oh, you did. All right, good. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you did it with us. Because see, that's how we get a vortex started. See, we try to get a vortex started. See, we try to get a vortex. Don't look at our numbers like, oh man, you know, ain't nobody in the brothers' room. You know, hey, that's cool, man. That's cool. You know, the Creator, he can already know how he's going to use me in my brethren's rooms because see, ain't nobody paying attention to us. I mean, in the description box, me and my brethren, ain't nobody paying attention to us. That's cool with me. That is cool with me, brother, because I know what the Creator's doing. I know what he's doing. He testing us. and he exposing the world. You didn't look for me, man. You know, these people here that all of a sudden are raised up now, they were looking for me. They were look what the brother, see, I posted this. I just had a thought and I posted it. Most people, they're not able to find the creator. And I presume when they do find them, great many do not appreciate them until it's too late. And then look what the brother wrote. Oh, he blessed my soul, man. He blessed my soul, man. Because see, the same apply to you too. See? Look what the brother wrote. He said, to know me, you must realize my presence. See? Do you know he talking to us, the brother? His response here to us. See, he's a brother too. You know? He said, to know me, you must realize my presence. Talking about the creator. You must realize his presence. He said, can a person realize the presence of the creator without first beginning to recognize his presence? The answer is no. See, he said, can a person hear his voice without purity? Look at that. Look at that. And I know this is true. You got to have these attributes. These attributes. Look at that. He said, can a person hear his voice without purity, love, and virtue? He said, Jehovah says, you must look for me to find me. How do you like that? How do you like that, man? Jehovah says, you must look. See, I know people will say, oh, man, look here, man. You ain't doing nothing, You ain't saying nothing. Everybody know that. Everybody know it. You ain't saying nothing. Come on, man. What are you saying? But see, everybody can't find him, though. If everybody looking for him, how come we live in darkness where everywhere we turn, people, they don't talk about the creator in the social media, in the news, in the world, everywhere we look? There ain't nobody talking about the latest revelation, the practical guidebook. How come he ain't coming out of nobody's mouth? If everybody knows this, if everybody is looking for him, then where's his witness then? Where is it? See, you may think everybody is looking for him, but Creator, he says, you were looking for me. See, you were looking for me, and he's seeing in your heart, hey, that brother, that sister, they really looking for me. They really, they don't know what to do. Test them a little bit more, and then go send them an angel, and wake them up. He said, Jehovah says, only to the wise and pure and just do I reveal the mysteries of my kingdoms. How do you like that? How do you like that? Huh? Wow. See? Everybody says, I know the creator, the world, they wear crosses. They wear crosses, and that's like that insurance policy. It's like they saying to you, hey, look, don't worry about me if something happened to me. You see how I'm wearing this cross, don't you? So it's all good with me. Yeah, it's true. I'm here. Where I shouldn't be. Let's put it that way. But I'm all good because I got protection. See, you're not fooling Jehovah. You're not fooling him, man. You're not. I'm telling you, you're not fooling him. So my room here, real quick. Share a couple of verses. About time for the reading of the word. Something I found that I'm sharing with brethren, that I share with brethren. Matter of fact, what I want to do, I want to go to where I ask AI something. I want to find that poster where I ask AI a question. Now, I ain't going to be able to find it. I asked AI something. Here's my other room. Has it not been written of old, unless you separate yourself in body and spirit from the world, you shall not reach nirvana, a condition of high heaven. Put this and that together, learning from the past as well as the present. Nirvana. Unless you separate yourself in body and spirit from the world. Now, where's that AI question I asked? Uh, Here's something interesting. When Jehovah created woman, he gave her two chief attributes: curiosity and solicitude for others. Care for others, concern for others. Isn't that interesting about how Jehovah, he created women, what he gave them? And you can see it clearly. I'm surprised in this verse he didn't put intuition, because they have a higher sense of intuition. Women do. It might go along with curiosity. Yeah, women. Creator, he said he gave them at curiosity and solicitude. What does the word solicitude mean? Definition of the word solicitude. Creator said this is how he made women. They have concern, they have care, they have attentiveness. That's true. You could see it. That's the beauty of a woman to me. You could easily see these attributes in a woman. You could easily see it, you know. They have concern, they have care, they have attentiveness, they have mindfulness, they have consideration, they have thoughtful. They got all these attributes right here. Well, I don't know about anxiety, and I don't know. That's between them and the creator. I don't know about that. Anxiety, worry, and concernment. I don't know. It could be true. Yeah, they have to answer that themselves. But I can see these positive attributes in a woman. I think it's beautiful, man. I think it's a beautiful thing. See, they have that. You know, that's a beautiful thing when you think about it. I'm not going to be able to find that verse I was looking for, that AI verse. See, in this room here, I'll post AI. I won't do it in the other rooms. I came up against some friction. In this room, my original room, I'll post things from AI from time to time. I can't find it though. I had something I wanted to touch on. I can't find it. Oh well. Oh, abracadabra. I'm gonna touch on this a little bit. Have you, brethren, studied abracadabra? Abracadabra. See, you could read it. There was some power in that word. Let me see. Yafet says, I asked AI all about Oahspe. We had a great conversation. You got to watch AI, though, man. You got to watch it. You know what I mean? You got to watch it, man. I mean, you have got to be careful with that AI because there's an element of weakness in AI. There's an element of weakness. It can't put things in it's it's a touchy thing. You know, I'll give you an example. Like I asked about something and the answer it gave was wrong. The answer it gave was wrong. See if I can find it real quick. Probably can't, but I asked it a question, and it does that a lot, man. You got to be careful with this. Now, let's see. I can't try to. It's time for the reading of the word. I ain't going to be able to get to it. It won't scroll, so it's frozen. There you go. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah. That's one of the questions I asked it. See, on the right-hand side, if you can see it, I asked it, according to the document, spirits do, or no, wait a minute. What was the question I asked it? Oh, here we go. Sometimes I'll ask it questions to see how much I can trust it. Now, I asked it, do spirits choose to be born on this earth? And here, the answer it gave was yes. See, it says some are born for the earth forever and some are born for heaven. Nevertheless, the way is open to all to choose that which they will, earth or heaven. See, that's when you take it in context, this is a wrong answer. That's the wrong answer. Because the creator, he said, we don't have a choice to be born in the physical. We got a choice to be born in the spiritual, is what the creator said. I can't go into it right now, but you have to be real careful with AI, man. You know, it's a blessing and it'll get better, but you have to still be careful with it. Time for the reading of the word. Time for the reading of the word. And the name of the video is called Celestial Cycles. Name of the video is called Celestial Cycles. Now, you're not on the page yet because I'm bringing it up. When I bring it up, then I'll bring you onto the page I'm looking for. Okay, so just bear with me and until I bring up all 3 pages. Okay. And this is going to be a pretty good read. I think you're going to really like. Okay. Bring up part 2. Okay. Y'all can't see it right now because I'm working on trying to get it. I'm getting everything set up. So just bear with me for one more second. I'm getting ready to bring up the last page and then I'm going to go into the reading. Okay. It's a bit of a long read. So let me get it set up. And we can just go right through it. Now, this is from Radiance Anthology. Radiance Anthology. I have the information in the description box. If you want to order one, they send it out to you free of charge. Radiance Anthology is a book that the Eloists published, and they'll send it out to you free of charge. Okay, so now we're all set. So may the Creator bless the reading of His Word. This is called Celestial Cycles. Let me see. Yap says, what book are you going to read from? This is, if you look in the description box, it's called Radiance. This is Radiance Anthology. Let me show you on the computer. Here, look at the screen. Let me make the screen bigger so you can see it. Okay, this is what I'm reading from. Radiance Anthology. Look at the size of that book. It's as big as the Oahspe. They send it to you free of charge. See? It's called Radiance Anthology. All right. So that's it. See? And that also knows you see how thick that book is. That's why my mind is blown to be able to. One day I just flipped it open and I found the soul confirmations. And look at the size of the book, you know? So to be able to, you can imagine how blown my mind was. See that? Look at all that. And I just flipped it open one day and I went right to the soul confirmations. And so you can see why I freaked out. Because it's just no coincidence, you know? May the Creator bless the reading of His Word. The video is called Celestial Cycles. It says, rejoice, for the new year is upon us. Now, see, that's another interesting thing. See? I didn't plan to read this on New Year's, this close to New Year's. I didn't plan this. I just added it, not thinking. I just added it, not thinking. As you brother know, I got a whole list of videos. I got videos lined up into February. And I didn't think to read this at this time. I didn't. I'm telling you, brethren, right now. All right. I didn't plan this. So this is no coincidence. So it's telling me the Creator wants this word to go out at this time. I did not plan this. I'm telling you right now. It says, rejoice, for the new year is upon us. Now, if I were to go back to Brother Omian's room, I posted something talking about when the new year was. Here it is right here. I'll show it to you right here. Here was something I found I found it. See? At the bottom, it says, when does the calendar year end in the heavenly realm? See at the bottom, I'm at the bottom there. And see, this is clearing up something. Evidently, there was some mistake made in the Oahspe, in the transcription. And they cleared it up. And it had something to do with when is the new year. In the bottom, it says, when does the calendar year end in the heavenly realms? Is it in conjunction with the winter or the summer solstice? It says the correct time is in conjunction with the winter solstice. Radiance is saying the correct time is in conjunction with the winter solstice. The calendar year end in the heavenly realm is in conjunction with the winter solstice. The passage in the first edition of Oahspe was in error. This was due to an error in transcription, which was corrected on subsequent editing while under control. Okay. So when is the winter solstice? This is when the calendar year ends in the spiritual. When is the winter solstice? December 21st, 2024. So right around that time, Radiance is saying the new year, the calendar year, and the heavenlies began. Rejoice, for the new year is upon us. A new opportunity to accomplish our goals and aspirations for all things good and holy. Our hopes are with you and myriads of angelic workers who are one with the organic heavens above you. Join you this day to strengthen your bonds with the Ethereal hosts who are one with us in the plains of Dabis. Now, the plains of Dabis, is a region of light through which your tiny planet will soon begin its journey in a few short years. Now, I think this is from 1988. Okay. So when they say a few short years, I think they're talking about from 1988. They're saying our planet is going to pass through this region. It's called Dabis. It's a region of light. It's a region of light, okay, through which your tiny planet will soon begin its journey in a few short years to come. So now I can only speculate, but I'm going to speak from inspiration right now. I'm going to speak from the inspiration that I'm being given right now, okay? Whether it's right or wrong, I'm going to just, speak what's given to me. Now, the abyss, it has to do with abracadabra. It's a breakdown of the word abracadabra. It has something to do with abracadabra. And Da, see, I should have had that screen up where it explains what Da is. What Da is. No, I better not try it. I'm tempted to try to look it up. What Da means. Dabis. Now, it's a region of light through which your tiny planet will soon begin its journey in a few short years to come. Now, the inspiration that I have is that this region, it's a region of light, Dabis. That means power. That means power. Dabis is pointing to some type, it's a region of light. And I think it's pointing to power. A power. It's called a region of light through which our tiny planet will soon begin its journey in a few short years to come. It says emissaries from those regions are with us at the commencement of this year to brief us on those things we need to do to pave the way for the Ethereal residents of that realm. So there are Ethereal residents in that realm of Dabis. And so I'm, in my mind, speculating that this is a change of our reality because Ethereans, they are on that plane, they're on that realm. Ethereans are on that realm. Dabis is a region of light. Our planet is going to pass through a region of light. that signifies some sort of change. Dabis. Now remember, it's starting from the beginning of the new year. Remember? Rejoice, for the new year is upon us. Okay, a new opportunity to accomplish our goals and aspirations for all things good and holy. So there is a confluence of events that point to this time. There's a confluence of events that point to this time because Pluto has gone into Aquarius, remember? And it's there to stay now. It's there to stay since November last month. We're also in the sub-cycle. We're in a sub-cycle period of time, I think 50-year sub-cycle leading up to the harvest. Right this very second. In the Cosmic era. We also read in one of the readings that this decade from 1998 until it escapes me. I was going to say this period of time, the angels called it the last decade for lifting before, what did it say? It said this was the last decade for lifting before, I forget the word that it used. It represented some type of change. And I think it goes back to like 1988 to 1998. And it talked about this decade. I don't know if it's referring to 88 to 98 or 98 to 2008. I want to tend to think it was saying that from 98 to 2008. It was the last decade for lifting. I'm not sure. I should, let me we might be covering it here in this reading. So let me go on. Okay, so they're saying that Etherian hosts, these angels and Etherian hosts are all together in the plains of Dabis. And Dabis is a region of light through which your tiny planet will soon begin its journey. We're going to go through, we're going to enter. Okay, thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks. The plains of Dabis is a region through which our tiny planet will soon begin its journey. So we're getting ready to go through this. The plains of Dabis, a region of light. Now, again, at the time this was written, it wasn't, at the time we're at right now. It was future to this writing. Emissaries from those regions are with us at the commencement of this year to brief us on those things we need to do to pave the way for the Etherian residents of that realm, who will soon be traveling to our heavens, atmosphere, the heavens above the earth, in great ships of liquid light. It says, should you wish to join us in spirit, it requires only your conscious thoughts of love and compassion turned to us in the recesses of your mind to make it so. Your loving thoughts will link you with us instantly. And in the instantaneous workings of thought, one or more of our workers will join with you to provide a more physical link. So when we link with the Etherian angels, it says, your loving thoughts will link you with us. Us are the Ethereum residents, if I'm not mistaken. He says, your thoughts will link you with us instantly, and in the instantaneous workings of thought, one or more of our workers will join with you to provide a more physical link. As you know, we are commencing Anno Cosmin 140. So he says we are commencing Anno Cosmin 140. So we get out the calculator and we go 1848 plus 140, because they say we are commencing Anno Cosmin. That was the year 1988. Okay, he's saying that we were commencing Anno Cosmin. Okay, here it is. Yeah, which is the last decade for lifting before the subcycle Dan. Okay, so from 1988 to 2008, they say that is the last decade for lifting before the subcycle Dan. So, what do you, brother, think that's saying? I think it's saying that there's some sort of finality here that I can't put my finger on. They're saying that 1988, it says we are commencing 1988. And then I should have put it at the top here. I didn't put the date down. The date is 1988 that they give for the publication of this. As you know, we're commencing Anno Cosmin, which is 1988, which is the last decade for lifting. It's like, what's a good synonym for this? It's like the last decade for supporting or sustaining. Can you say? Would you say? It's some type of conclusion, you know? Let me see. Elizabeth says, 26 years ago. You have to tell me what you mean, Elizabeth. Okay. So they're saying that the last decade for lifting, which is the last 10 years for lifting, it says we are commencing Anno Cosmin 140. That's 1988, which is, let me see, Elizabeth says, oh, okay, my daughter was born in 2008. It says, as you know, we are commencing Anno Cosmin 140. That's 1988, which is, they call that the last decade for lifting before the subcycle Dan. So it kind of sounds like something you do to a garden where the final preparation before the harvest is what they're saying here. It says, our workers from the organic realms will be streaming into your conscious presence through the coming years to help in whatever way their diligent and unrelenting efforts can to pave the way for the Ethereum hosts who will come behind them. Okay, so our consciousness, an increase in our consciousness because of the presence of workers from the organic realm to prepare the way for the Ethereum host who will come behind the workers from the organic realms. The Ethereans will come like a second wave in majesty and power. And you who are consciously attuned with us will feel our presence. However more subtle it may be than our Etherean counterparts. So they're saying that the presence of the workers from the organic realms will feel, it says, for those of us who are consciously attuned with the organic workers in the organic realms, we will feel their presence, however more subtle it may be than our Ethereum counterparts. So they're saying the Ethereum counterparts, there will be a noticeable effect when the Ethereans pick up where these angels and organic workers left off. See, these are times that I perceive ahead of us. This is prophetical because we're coming up on the 2049 harvest. There's work to be done before that. So our time is imminent for the Ethereans to make their presence known to us. And even those who do not know of our presence and who may even deny our persons will feel our presence subconsciously as well. So it's not going to be just the faithists who are going to experience a sensitive conscious to the workers from the organic realms. It says, here's what you can expect beginning this year. Now, I have to assume it's talking about this year. Now, wait a minute. This was written before, so whatever year they were talking about, I don't think it's referring to this exact year. Let's read. It says, here's what you can expect beginning this year and growing more strongly and keenly so in the next 10 years. Okay. Ahead of us from 1998 until 2008. Here's what you can expect beginning this year and growing more strongly and keenly so in the next 10 years ahead of us. From 1998 to 2008. We have to some degree left you, dear mortals, to your own devices since the last surge of light peaked nearly 20 years ago. That would be 1978. It says, as a result, since mortal thoughts left unattended always tend to turn inward, you have experienced a mass consciousness that turned from altruism and love back towards selfishness and narcissism. Okay, so it sounds like it's including the summer of love and lasting all the way up till around 1978. I'm saying the summer of love, the 60s, and the effects, according to what we're reading here, lasting up until at least 1978, because it's describing a generation of people. They had a conscience that was altruistic and love. And then after 1978, it turned back towards selfishness, narcissism, and catering to self-desires for self's sake. Let me see. When did Material Girl come out? What year was that? What year did Material Girl come out? 1984. Okay. So that was after the effects of the summer of love, I'll say. I'm using the summer of love as like from the 60s to, they say it peaked in 1978. And then we turned back towards selfishness, narcissism, and catering to self-desires for self's sake. Now, I brought up Material Girl because it helped to describe a generation. You know what I mean? Songs, I think, describe the flavor of a generation. You know, you brother know what I mean? I think it helps us to know what the mass consciousness is. You know, I mean, back in the 60s, you know, the summer of love, I'm saying, Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Gonna love one another right now. What year did that come out? Let me see. What year did that come out? What year? What year did Get Together, the song, come out? 1963. Okay. So y'all heard that song, right? You know, it's come on, people now. Everybody get together. Try and love one another right now. So a lot of songs was like that. And to help you to see the flavor of a generation, that helped you to see the flavor of a generation. You know, it was more altruistic and love. I'm in the middle of the screen. And then you started getting towards the 80s and it turned like selfish, narcissistic, catering to self desires for self's sake. You know, catering towards self desires. You see, when did Too Legit to Quit come out? 1991. Okay. Too Legit to Quit. I point that out because it has a selfish flavor to it. It was a big hit. And it came out in 1991. And I think it falls under the selfishness. You know, he says in the song, I got to get mine. Nobody's taking it away. No, because Hammer don't play that. You know, and it's filled with a bunch of insults. And it's a me song. It's a me song, you know, material girl, me song, you know. Whereas in the season, the Summer of Love, you know what I mean? The flavor was different. So the Angels, they telling us here, we went backwards after the Summer of Love. We went back to our selfishness, narcissism, catering to self-desires for self-sake, most especially in regard to mundane needs and shallow self-fulfillment. Even in the dullness of mortality, you have, as a society, perceived this transition in consciousness and labeled yourselves the me generation. Okay. The me generation. The me generation. What is the me generation? A generation of people that are concerned chiefly with themselves, especially in being selfishly materialistic. Me generation. Okay. So they're saying here, even in the dullness of mortality, you have, as a society, perceived this transition in consciousness and labeled yourselves the me generation. What was the dates of the me generation? The mid 1940s and 60s. Something's wrong here. There must be another date. Oh, there is another date. The 1980s and 90s is referred to as the me generation. Millennials who were born in the 1980s and 90s. Okay. The me generation. A period, a consciousness of self-centeredness. We were self-centered. The youth, the me generation. Know that this consciousness was noted in the heavens above you and now as well that it was, and know as well that it was expected and allowed for by your Ashars. So they let it happen. The me generation. It was expected and allowed for by your Ashars, as they have stood by in passive repose as this mantle of unenlightenment swept over you. Now be aware as well that our intensified presence will, through the force of our conscious wills, transform the me generation to the we generation in the next several years to follow. Okay, so that's 2008 until even up until our day, we generation. This return to a conscious concern for the needs of others, the needs of those less fortunate, and a greater awareness of the fact that we can only succeed and grow and be blessed if we pull together as one community on this spaceship Earth. One world community on this spaceship Earth now and forever will not be the result of your own doings and devices. In the pride of mortality, many will make this change of thought, think this change of thought is just a natural result of mankind, but it is nothing of the sort. Part of the page is cut off. I'm just adding it. For without our assistance, the natural inclination of mankind is always directed downward. Realize instead that it is a result of the tireless effort of thousands of angelic workers and Ashars and their assistants who are working to bring this change about. And as a result, to provide fertile soil for the Etherians who will be with us as the Dan breaks upon us in a few short years hence. Now, keep in mind, this was written back in 1988. And they're speaking futuristically. They're saying that Dan is that time of enlightenment before the 2049 harvest. It says, as that Dan breaks upon us in a few short years hence, in the meantime, you will still experience those blessings that this early glimmer of light will bring upon you, shaded or rather brightened by the conscious wills of numerous angelic workers from the heavens above you. As our friends on earth who have chosen to work directly with us, one with us in consciousness and aspirations, stand back with us and watch this transformation from me to we in the years that follow, knowing that Jehovah's will for this new age is being made manifest for now and for all days to come. Know as well that through the next decade, the seeds of peace, everlasting peace, are being planted for the benefit of your children and your children's children. For Cosmin Day nears, and its first glimmerings of light sparkle through the mist. All right, and that will be the reading. That's the reading of the word. We thank you, Creator, for the information that you have given us, letting us know that the organic realms, the workers in the organic realms, are working to bring about the end of the me generation to the we generation, which is really the cosmic era and the kingdom of God on earth, where we are our brother's keeper. You mentioned that we are in an operative time right now, a very serious time right now this year, where Pluto has now gone into Aquarius. We're in the cosmic era, and we can see, if we pay attention to what the angels have been telling us here, the shift in consciousness. You showed us the shift in the summer of love to the me generation. And now we can see in the world that there is a great desire for the protection of the needs of those who are considered the weakest among us. people who are less fortunate, people all over the world standing up for people who can't fight for themselves. There is that consciousness in the world, and I have to think it's because the Ethereans are preparing. Well, maybe not the Ethereans right now. I know that you say that we will feel their presence. You said we'll also feel the presence of the organic realms as well. I imagine that's talking about experiences. I know the Oahspe, you said that we were going to experience angel visitations, that they were going to be more palpable, more powerful angel visitations. We know that Cosmin Day is somewhere on the horizon. We don't know exactly when. Creator, we thank you because you've given us the soul affirmations so that we might prepare the way for whatever you have in store for us imminently. So, Creator, thank you. This word, thank you for telling us so that we can remain steadfast. We can keep faith, that we can work on our own self and make ourselves, make up our souls through the soul confirmations. We thank you for that. Adding the soul confirmations to our soul, where we won't realize more than likely until we are born in the spirit what we have done here in the current reality. I suspect we won't realize until we are born in the spirit, but we have something to look forward to. And it's a pity that the world, it does not know, it does not care, it does not redeem the time. It is swallowed up in materialism and egoism. And it is a very bad, it's a hard thing to witness when we are being given the opportunity to redeem the time, and we live in a reality where there are not many people who can even find you to redeem the time, to have information like this and to help us. So, Creator, thank you. We're going to do the soul confirmations now and then the video. And so, Creator, thank you and your word, and pray that you will empower our soul confirmations, that they will be, that they will uh, that the soul confirmations that we do, that they would be affixed to our eternal spirituality, that they would become a part of us. And so, Creator, again, thank you for this video. And all right, brethren, it's time for the soul confirmations, time to end the video. So let's get back to the soul confirmation that we did earlier today. And that was the one where it says every particle here on the page, just make sure that it's big enough. Every particle is the one that we're doing, every particle. So to recap real quick what we read, the organic beings, the organic workers, the angels of the organic realms, they were basically sharing with us that things are being put in place. People's mass consciousness are getting worked on. And I think the way it plays out is there is a time of high anxiety in the world, in the sense that the news you hear is gotten to such a point where it's filled with anxiety. Let me see, Elizabeth, page 510. What are you telling me on page 510? Why are you posting that? What's on page 510? Is that the soul confirmations on page 510? Is that what you're saying? What's 510 stand for? Oh, soul conference. Oh, is that what the page? Oh, okay. Oh, it must be in the description area. Okay. Okay. Thanks, sis. Yeah. And again, in the description box for you brethren who want one, the ordering information is in the description box. These brethren, they send it out free of charge. This book must weigh about 20 pounds, man. You know, they send it out free of charge, man. That's how you know you working with, the organic realm. You know you working with the second resurrection. So the ordering information is right there in the description area, for you brethren who want to get one. So thanks, Elizabeth. Time for the soul confirmation. We're on the one where it says every particle of my nature. So let's say it 3 times together on 3, and then we close out the video. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's add this to our spiritual makeup, our DNA. Let's put this in the cart, so to speak, as the things that we have purchased for our soul. Let the angels register it. Let it be noted in heaven, man, so that we're born into the spirit and they just add all these things to our soul. They add them all to our soul. And now you think, man, see, some people, it's a terrible shame, man. You don't want to prepare. What if the Creator says, but these are the ones they prepared themselves? When you came in and you heard, why didn't you prepare yourself? Why didn't you buy into doing it yourself? These brethren had prepared themselves. Why didn't you join with them? Why didn't you prepare yourself? Shall I now give to you what you haven't prepared for? Okay, every particle of my nature on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Every particle of my nature tingles and thrills with the vitality and health of the Creator. Again, 1, 2, 3. Every particle of my nature tingles and thrills with the vitality and health of the Creator. Again, 1, 2, 3. Every particle of my nature tingles and thrills with the vitality and health of the Creator. And that's it, brethren. That's it, man. Soul confirmations for Monday, December 30th, brethren, and the reading, Creator letting us know that the time it has to be. I mean, I wanted to get a little more into the plains of Dabis. They call it a region of light. They say the Etherians, they are residing there. They say our planet is going to pass through it. And you have to know, they say in a few short years. Now, remember what we read tonight, it was going back from 1988. So we're even closer now than we were before then. And you consider that Pluto has gone back into Aquarius to stay. So we're, even with the president, Trump, Pence, the first vice president was Mike Pence, Trump, Pence. The second vice president for Donald Trump is Trump, Pence. There's some revelation there, man. Trump is a Gemini. That's the twins. And there is something there. I'm positive there is, that the Creator is telling us that you're in a time where things are going to change for you. You know what I mean? When you consider these things, I know there are people who've got to probably know what the message is with these things. Brother, we looking for our kingdom, man. You know what I mean? We want our kingdom, man. We want people that speak our language. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. You, brethren, want it. I want it, And the Creator is saying you ain't going to be waiting very long. Remember, there are things that got to happen before the harvest. So I think that, the Creator, he knows that brethren have been walking long time, man. Oahspe came out in the 1860s. Their brethren have been walking a long time, man. I know they're weary, probably. And I know the Creator knows we're in need of a lot of encouragement, man. We need a lot of encouragement. You know, brethren, thank you for joining me. Bless my soul. I want to give thanks to the Creator for this opportunity. Tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, Creator willing. Brethren, pray the Creator bless you with wisdom, love, knowledge, endurance, peace, blessing, glory, honor, endurance. And thank you for joining me. Until I see you again on video, peace be unto you. Shalom.